Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Apsulov, End of Gods. This is episode 4. So last time we took a detour from our whole collecting keys to save the world to go into the medical sector and activate the database link so Henrik could tell us who we were. And it turns out we were in fact Alice, or at least a creation made of Alice combined with artifact tissue, which I assume means Alice was dead, but they stuck a bunch of artifact DNA into her to make what we are. Also, I found it really funny that apparently I did not squeeze the save ball at the end of the last episode, despite, ending right here. So I had to replay from the last save to get here, which was just in medical, so it wasn't very far. Now let us go talk to the doctor. See what he can tell us about being us. Doctor? Are you here, Doctor?
Perfect, you're here. So far, you've met my...
You said you'd answer my questions.
Fine. Ask away.
I don't know where to start. What is this place?
I built this. Spent years of mortal life toiling away at plans, scraping together resources and favors to turn this into reality. A place to research the things thought to be myth and superstition. A place to research the Apsulov, the last divine artifact left in Midgard. You've already seen it, on your way down.
That statue. Upstairs?
At first, we used ancient knowledge and combined it with Bohr Corp technology to open rifts between worlds. We made enormous progress, discovered new worlds and unimaginable technologies.
So they built portal machines originally.
But some unwanted things came back with us, entering our world, and now everything is just falling apart. I'm trapped down here, and we have lost control of the entire facility. The only way to stop the world from falling into chaos is to collect 9 keys and insert them into the Apsulov. The artifact acts as the gate, and the keys will keep Midgard from being littered with the roots spreading across the surface. And unless we stop it, our existence, and that of all living things, will become endless torment.
How do you know where the keys are?
Years of research alone and with my associates, scouring through endless texts of the 9 worlds.
Who is Alice?
Enough questions! You have the key! Order must be restored to the realms of Yggdrasil, and the evils from beyond must be locked out. Insert this key into the Apsulov and remember what I've taught you. Do that and you will succeed. Now get out of here, go!
I mean, let's not beat around the bush here. This is entirely his fault. And the fact that they apparently did not have any kind of protocols in place to keep things from coming through the portals. Like, maybe keeping the portal in a secure area that can be sealed off. Also, up there you can see Statue of Liberty next to a frost giant, so clearly things are pretty bad out there. This one's just kind of generic, though. It's like, here's, I don't know, LA or something being destroyed. Firefighters putting out fires. So let's take our key back. He didn't actually say what he did with this after picking it up. And you can see there's actually the room we started in. I was confused and thought the one at the other end of the hall is. So, is this supposed to be him and his wife? 2020? I don't think this is supposed to be that far in the future. Alright, we've got our key, and we need to head back up to the main lobby type area where the Apsulov is. Nothing over here, right? I feel like we already went through here. Yeah, nothing else over here. So, where was that elevator? Also, I found out that this right here is a symbol called the Yggdrasil, which is a Icelandic, as far as they know, the only place that it was discovered, an Icelandic stave meant to keep you from losing your way, sort of a perfect compass type thing. That's a neat detail. That is a real thing that has an actual name. Camera save. So, I'm trying to remember which elevator goes up to the main lobby. Was it this one? past all the wet. I think that's just the one that goes back to medical, right? The elevator we need is around the bend. So yeah, that makes sense why this is the marker for, hey, you were supposed to go here. Here's the main elevator.
Basement 1, waste disposal.
I think the voice acting in this game is generally good. I mean, Henrik's animations are a little too hectic, but I think his actual voice acting is good. And Alice's, or whatever we want to call her, is as well. Here's one we didn't open, but this is just the same room, but the second floor.
Floor 2, Apsulov research.
Also, there's something calming about the way that thing says Apsulov research. Alright, so the other two are level 4 and level 5. Now let's see. I know I didn't open all the doors in here. I am glad that they're like, oh yeah, you need 9 keys, 1 for each realm. But you don't actually have to go get most of them.
You'll have to excuse Henrik. Don't abandon us. We have to find all the artifact keys as soon as possible. The next one is in another part of Niflheim. On top of a tower of ice, a beacon of light. From the Apsulov research room, you have to go through the east wing. The code to the gate is 3825. I repeat, 3825. Be careful, my dear.
Alright. Gotta go back to Niflheim, which, you know, again, is kind of double dipping on not having us go to other realms. Battery here. I don't know why I didn't open this door before if we had the level 7. I think I just didn't notice that there was one here. Oh, well, there's a route here. Can't reach it, though. Okay, there's the horn fella. You can see that the chip thing is glowing again, but that's actually the same one we already have. I guess it just resets when you come back here. Okay, this is the north wing. We need to go to the east wing, but I also just wanted to look around and see if there's any, you know, rooms I didn't open, because I remember not opening all of them. That is not the one we have the code for. I believe that code is in a note somewhere. This one we open, that's the cafeteria. Yeah, so I'm just trying to check which doors I didn't blast open last time. This is the save room. Looks like we've got most of them. Level 5, that one we can't open. Okay, there's the west wing. So yeah, they found this thing and they just stuck it as like a centerpiece in the middle of this room. Not in like some kind of secured research lab area. But I guess this whole department is Apsulov research. Which kind of implies that there are other research areas in here that we never see. Okay, this one's a level 8. I don't think I opened this one from the other side. Okay, so let's try to time this. Got it. I'm getting 2 beeps.
Family researcher Yang, Note 40. The Apsulov containment facility has grown in equal proportions to the discoveries made during the last few months. The various spatial phenomena occurring in the vicinity of the Apsulov are astounding, and the materials excavated are just... they're alien in nature and most likely dangerous. And I keep wondering about Dr. Henrik Anderson's intentions. It's clear he's looking for something. At first I figured it to be a religious reasoning behind his actions. But when I came across a schedule for the facility, I noticed how Anderson has apparently moved his own daughter into one of the advanced care units. He's planning something. I want to find out what.
He brought his ill daughter into the facility where they're digging up all these ancient relics. I wonder if maybe he could be looking for something to cure his ill daughter. That seems like a pretty good guess, Yang. You're supposed to be a scientist. I'm trying to remember if this is useful for anything. 557, and I forget what that says. I don't think that's the code for the door. I thought it was a 4-digit code. Yeah, it's a 4-digit code, so I don't remember what 557 is for. I would say, do you want to see what happens when we blast one of these guys, since we've only really been killing trolls and Jotun ghosts, but we don't have a recharge in this room. We'll get more opportunities to disintegrate them later. Alright, so 3825. 3825. Nope. 3825. I wonder what's up with these weird sideways elevators. I mean, they seem like loading screens. But, like, why have this big circular shifting platform instead of just a hallway? From a facility standpoint. I guess this is kind of an airlock to keep things from spreading. You know? But it clearly didn't work. So we need to find another Yggdrasil route. Did you hear those whispers? I mean, you can hear one is nearby. Well, there's also some here, and that's probably where the heartbeat's coming from. You know, just cut through this pipe. That was the intended path. Bit of a good jump scare there. And then they're just gone. Are we full? No. We'll top up. Something in there, right? Is that? No, that's just a door. I thought that was a power cell. Got two very meaty folks just standing here. Hey, fellas. What you up to? We having a meet and greet? You can get really close to them. Look how gristly they are. Ow. The other one doesn't care. So you can see that when we blast them, they're kind of like ghost remains. Basically what happens is if you don't then blast them again, the ghosts will regenerate flesh. So that's kind of how it shows what it means when Henrik said, oh, different things will react differently to the yarn graper. Not all enemies just die and disintegrate when you blast them. And I'm pretty sure those two are there just to teach you that, because you can't get past them without killing them. Sounds like somebody's soul is just ripped into 18 different directions. should go back down and charge my blast again. Okay, well, we open the lockdown. Could have saved that battery by running down there and then running back up, but that's a pain in the ass, so let's just do this in one. Got it. Wanted to be certain of that one. Which just leads back down here. And I don't think we can get out from here. So it's kind of a screw you if you unlock that. It's like, hey, you should have been paying attention to where that door is. How many batteries do we have? We are currently at 23, so definitely not worried about running short. Alright, powered up. We almost have enough to do 2 blasts. Because we're at, what, 8? Okay, so the elevator. Nothing over there. Okay, we've got a whole row of lockers. None of them are beeping. Well, I mean, that's a little creepy. As is that. Someone's a real fan of the spirit. You notice these two don't look exactly the same, though. Like, there's 2 different entities here. One looks a bit more effeminate. But, give it a listen here. Not a single locker is beeping, so I'm not going to open any of them. I'm going to show that restraint. Sounded like some trolls in the distance, some baby sounds. Okay, that one we can't open without a chip. There aren't too many of these batteries in the game. But they're not really much of a puzzle mechanic, considering you either have the power or you don't. I guess if there wasn't a charger nearby, you'd want to use your batteries. Speaking of batteries, got 9 cells. Where is that weeping coming from? I don't see anyone in that room. Okay, well, this is a dead end, right? Oh no, we can't cycle the airlock without power. So I guess we are going to lose our power there. Alright. Gives us a good shout and then just waddles off. He's like, Perkele! So I guess that's Finnish, not Swedish. Okay, 1 weeper. I don't think this is the way to go. I'm just kind of like full sprinting. I guess this is the way to go. Let's double back. Again, how is it we can have all these running lights in the sides of this hallway and yet cannot see anything except the light. They must not be very bright at all. In the future, LEDs are much worse than they are in the present. Does this also lead forward? Yeah, you really need to start moisturizing, lady. Yeah, okay, so both of those hallways lead to, I think, opposite sides of this room. Over these ladders. Oh. Shit, I don't have enough juice. Don't mind me, fella. Just drop down right next to him and run away. Okay, we got battery here. Got a door. Not the one we need. It does seem like without their skulls, they really do lose any kind of aggressive tendencies. Level 4. Now we can double back to that room. I don't think there's anything in there. And this one's fairly easy looking. Oh, this is just this room. Derp. Alright, so now that we got our key signature. Now, what are you gonna do now? You can't climb ladders, can you? Oh, you can. Shit. I keep forgetting I'm not charged. I actually did not know they could climb ladders. I never tried that. Okay, well, let's double back and get our door open. I think that's an optional room. Ow. Actually, I didn't realize that I could just run back here and cycle it without taking the power out. Alright, what do we got here? Is it another bathroom? Oh, it's a shortcut, isn't it? This is how we got in. Right? No, this is a different bathroom. Collectible! One of the ones I don't have already. Okay, so it's not the same one, it's just an identical, like, bathroom locker room. Well, we got a useless collectible, we also got a full charge. So that was sort of worth coming back for. Now let's go the other way. Yeah, I think those are just another one of the not level 4s. I believe the reason for all of these ladders and everything up here is just so that you can avoid the enemies in this room, which would obviously be more important, trying to get through here on a harder difficulty. But you definitely don't have enough juice to blast all of them. Unless you burn through all your batteries, which ain't worth it.
It burns. I told everyone that staying still numbs the pain, but it doesn't work. That bastard. He convinced the whole team to drink the blood. He said it was the only shot for immortality for people like us. I've been trying to get a hold of someone, anyone on the outside. No one's answering. They flayed us and wouldn't tell us why. Why? I never wanted to drink it. Why did I drink it? I could be with the others now. I could have been dead weeks ago. Months? How long has it been like this? Oh God, how long has it been? Make it stop. Please make it stop. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me.
So you can see why the horned ones are nothing but weepy and angry all the time. Sounds like it really sucks to be them. And we did hear mention earlier by Yang of all the researchers drinking the blood that came out of a root of Yggdrasil. And now we know why, because they were told they would get immortality if they did. I'm trying to think if there's anything I missed back here. I don't think there's a room on the side, is there? Just don't want to miss any batteries, because those are pretty important. Okay, yeah, this is this side room. Just follow this sticky booty. He didn't really chase us very far. I think this is the one we didn't go into, right? Shit. This is the one we went into. I thought there was only one room like this. Alright, might be. Well, I guess we can just run across the middle. Wait until we hear him squish off. Ooh. It's hard to tell these rooms apart because they're both full of wailing people. I feel like I'm on a roll with those this episode. Yeah, I think this is just more of the same, right? You will give me your key signature. These aren't the keys you're looking for. These aren't the keys we're looking for. Alright, I think we've got everything we need now. We can just get on out of here. Actually, can we get over there from here? I think we have to wiggle around. Alright, carrying on. So we're still trying to find this route that'll take us back to Niflheim. I guess you can say we're trying to find the route to the route. He's got a skull, but he's weeping, so we won't interrupt him. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. We don't really need to waste the juice to disintegrate him. It takes a little while for them to pop back up. Wow. Apparently trying to hit him, I also blasted this door once. You can see the spot it missed. So I guess that blast goes pretty far. Not even anything in this room. Ow. Oop. He was gonna chase me, then he kind of got indecisive. Okay, I think that was also just there to avoid these guys. You gonna move along now, or? When you hear them chuckle like that, that's basically them doing the, huh? Like Metal Gear guards. And you can just kind of back away and they won't see you. Whose meat prints are these? Ow. Damn it. Whoop. I really should have used 2 charges when I opened that first grate. Well, been a little while since we've been here, but it's time for some spirit ball. There's the spirit. Where are the balls? Okay, gotta remember that left click is to drop it, not right click. Okay. Clear. Ready to drop the ball. Boop. That's 1 point. Now, can we go for the 2-pointer? Well, the spirit seems to be lost, so dunk and jump. That was a real easy one. Again, I did not end up in that spirit realm very much in my first playthrough. But I guess I'm being a little less cautious now that I'm familiar with these enemies. Aha! Foiled. Again, I think these are more important on a higher difficulty, where you would, you know, die in one hit. Finally missed one. I think this is just a constant zigzag back and forth of these tunnels. Okay, now we're out into the main tunnel. Nothing we need there. Still got 23 batteries, so even after burning a few there, we've got quite a nice stock. I think this was another collectible dead end. It always sucks when you use your batteries and then run into a charger without having to use them, so you basically wasted it. But batteries come cheap. You can just be gone for good. Though I guess no one's ever really gone for good. I I think we're going to call it at our next save orb. Made some pretty good progress, even though we're still a little ways away. Again, I managed to blast that switch up there with that blast. So, it's like a big old shockwave in front of you. Alright. Crate maze. A lot of ladders here. And yet we don't have a lot of enemies that we need to use these ladders to avoid. But you can see there are 2 chargers there we need to fill up. So we're going to need to transport 10 power. Which is fairly easy, because if we can get rid of this guy, it'll really simplify things. Damn it, he got his flesh back. Just gonna use the battery so I can do this before he regenerates. Alright, so we got a full charge. While I'm down here. I don't think you can use a single shockwave to charge both of these. Oh, punch me in the leg. I'm surprised I died from that. Punched in the shins too many times. Alright. Well, there's a close ball, but the spirits got me. Gotta find the other ball. The good thing is, now that we have the weaponized yarn engraver, we can actually, you know, shake off the spirit the first time it grabs me. So it's not an instant death. Please drop the ball. So it's pretty generous that they let you save yourself from death in 2 different ways. Because it's like, first they give you this to basically revive without having to go back to a save point. And then they give you the chance to save yourself even if you get caught in here. This kind of reminds me of where you go when you die in Prey. The original Prey, not the remake. Wow, that's a good teleport you got there. Went like 2 feet. I took fall damage on my way out of the portal. Oh, you know, I've got a full charge here. Let's just do that instead of getting spleened again.
Basement 1, storage.
I guess he had bigger problems than us. Alright, We should be able to save down here. And then next time, we'll be able to go into Niflheim and get our second Apsulov key. Why 2 of them were stored in Niflheim is a good question. One the game is probably not going to answer.
Communications.
Alright, here's our save point. I believe the route is just ahead. We got a little ways to go. Alright, so we'll charge up, and next time we will head on to Niflheim. So until then, I've been Shadefire, and I hope you're enjoying our romp through the facility, the Apsulov research facility, and I hope you'll join me next time. Take care, y'all.